So I was able to find a whole chicken. What we're going to do is 8-piece cut this chicken. And I'm going to show you how. Join me. Shall y'all? Now, today. So when I'm boning a chicken out, you're going to start with the backbone. First of all, you need a boning knife. It's a very sharp boning knife. I keep my knives very sharp for stuff like this. If you see up here, up on top, that's the tail. Up here is the neck. What we need to do is remove this bone right here so we can separate this properly. So you go down one side here of the tail. Let the knife do the work. Don't put a lot of pressure. You don't want to hurt yourself, okay? If you get right in the middle there, you can have a little bit of an issue getting through that. But just work your knife back and forth till you get through there. So now we have one side of it cut open. And now we're going to take this side right here off. Same thing, let the knife do the work. Getting those ribs, it's going to get a little bit right in here, right about halfway down. You're going to get into this part where you got the rib and all coming together there. So just kind of pop it a little bit. Can get you a clean cut there. Use your hand, pop that bone. Way your knife go right through there, see? You got that neck bone and backbone out of there. Now that's going to leave you two halves. Now what you do here is you pop this middle here. You're going to make a score right here. Okay, we'll score it with the knife a couple times. Use your hand. Pop. See how the breastbone pops right open there. See how it just comes loose there? That way you're not trying to cut through that breastbone. You go to the side of that breastbone and split your item in half. Like so. That way you're not cutting through nearly as much bone and cartilage and shit. More than you have to. So now you got two halves of the chicken. Like so. So at this point, if you want to roast, instead of roasting a whole chicken, you can do a half and a half, save a half for later. Put it up in your freezer, whatever you want to do, depending on how many people you're feeding. Or you can go ahead and cut this down. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take this tip right here, because it's going to burn no matter what. I'm just going to pop that off of there. You don't have to do that, but that's the way I do it. Just take that out, because I'm going to cut this up into pieces. That little tip's going to burn up fast anyway. So, take that wing section right there, score it, pop that bone. That way you ain't cutting through the bone. See? Got your nice wing section there. I put parchment paper down underneath my cutting board so this chicken blood and juice don't go everywhere. Same thing with your leg here. Go in right in here. You'll come to that joint. See the joint right there? Pop that joint. That way your knife ain't having to try to go through that joint because you done broke it. And it's just a nice easy slice. See? There's your leg. That leaves you the breast and the thigh. So separate them. Go right down through there. There won't be nothing connecting except for the fat. It's an easy cut. You have one little piece of rib up in here you got to go through. Pop it right here. You got one little piece of bone right here. Boom. Done. Now you got your breast and your thigh. Now, since this is a really big chicken, what I'll probably do, I'm gonna smoke this, so this will be fine. Just remember when you're smoking and you got these smaller pieces, they're gonna cook a lot faster than these great big pieces. You can actually take this and cut it one more time, although you do have to go through all the bones if you do that, so you would need a different knife than just a boning knife. You need a bigger cleaver to get through the bones. But at least this shows you how to 8-piece cut it. And we just repeat the whole process on the other side. So if you want to, go ahead and make a 10-piece, cut that breast in half. This original breastbone here, you can pull out of here. So just kind of pull it out, and it comes right out. Now if you don't have to cut through that, it's not too hard to go ahead and cut this down one more time. You have one rib bone here, and you're through it. Pop that bone, go right between where the pop just happened. That's it, and you're done. So that gives us 10 pieces of chicken to smoke. Now, an important thing here to remember is after you get done cutting up a bunch of chicken and stuff, and I put wax paper down and things to help keep it from getting all over the countertops, but it's still going to leak through there some. So always put your multi-surface antibacterial cleaner on there. And if you don't got that, soap and water will work, but you want to make sure that your countertop, next time you use it, ain't full of salmonella, because people are worried about this corona and forget about the other common practices like, hey, if I touch raw chicken and get that in my mouth, I could get another serious illness. So sanitize your countertops, at least wash them down with soap and water. So what I'm going to do with all the necks and scraps and stuff we cut off of there and the tips of the wings and all that is make a chicken stock. Bone broth. That's something good you can use to all this leftover stuff here. And get you some nice broth that you can use in other dishes down the road. Good broth, you can keep it in the fridge for about 4 or 5 days. And then if you want to freeze it, you can freeze it like ice cubes. Pull it out when you need it. So we're going to add some stuff into this. We'll do that here in just a bit. So there we go. There's all our chicken cut up, ready to go on the smoker. Now, a lot of times I like smoking with mesquite. I like the wood to be the flavoring agent, so all I use is just kosher salt, or sea salt there, some garlic powder, and some black pepper. Just keep it real simple. However, I don't have any mesquite. I'm going to use what I got. And what I got is this here. So what I have is what I picked up in Louisiana on a trip about 2 months ago now. This is from the Tabasco plant. It's the aged oak barrel wood chips. Oak's okay for smoking. I get a lot of flack. People saying, why are you smoking with oak? It's not a bad wood to smoke with. It just don't have as much flavor as like a mesquite or pecan does. But it will work. So that's what we're going to use. So that's what I got. So a lot of people say, Chef, you use just too damn many spices that the common folk don't have. So this recipe here is just as simple as it gets, and everybody should have these 3 things: salt, pepper, and garlic. Now I'm going to hit this little bit of olive oil so I can evenly distribute the seasoning here. And most everybody's got gloves these days because you got to have them to go out just about anywhere. So take your gloves. Rub all this around good in there. Get all that seasoning coated evenly on there. So, for those of you who have more than just salt, pepper, and garlic, I put a season all on there, some Badia seasoning. You can use whatever season all you like, just a seasoned salt with some flavors in it. And add a little more flavor, but it's up to you. You can stop with just the salt, pepper, and garlic and you'll still get a decent tasting piece of chicken. The main thing I'm trying to explain to you here is that there is no right or wrong way to season the chicken if you're going to smoke it. It's just what you prefer. Now, I will say one thing. Stay away from putting a lot of sugars and stuff on there because the sugars will burn on you. So you don't want to use anything that's got a lot of sugar in it when you're smoking something like chicken, because chicken's got to go all the way till it's cooked all the way through. You can't get it just medium or medium rare or anything. You gotta go all the way through. If you put something with sugar in there, it's gonna caramelize and burn the outside before it cooks all the way through. So one more tip before you throw this on your smoker. You see how that mixed up and that skin was all peeled up and all crazy looking? Pull the skin back over the meat there so it keeps it moist while it's smoking. The skin is your friend because you ain't putting this over to direct heat. So when you're smoking, you want to go bone side down, skin side up. Skin will help keep your chicken moist to the cooking process. So I start with a charcoal base, and I'm not really going to go into the whole smoking meat part because I've done several videos on that. You can look back at my old videos and see that stuff. But I start with a charcoal base, and then we'll add some chips. And I'm using an offset cooker, so you have a fire cabinet here, and then you have your cooking cabinet. Okay, so for our broth here, I had an onion that I've been cutting on. It's been cut down to just about a quarter of an onion, so we threw that in there. A couple sticks of carrot. One thing I would love to have is celery. Celery is very good, but I don't have any, so we just don't have it. I threw some bay leaf in there, some garlic, some black peppercorns, and if you got some dry thyme or something like that you want to throw in there, feel free to do so. Just make a simple stock. Add some water, put it on a low heat, and let it reduce slowly all day. And there we go. We got that filled up with water. We can put that on number 2 and let it go for quite a while today. Just check it periodically. Make sure your water didn't go dry. So there's our beautiful stock. Looking delicious. Got a nice color to it. Been slow going all day. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this film and it's educational for you and show you how to use a whole chicken if that's all you can get. You never used one before. You're just used to getting pieces, already cut up, fillets and stuff like that. Maybe down the road we'll do one on showing you how to debone the chicken. Today's episode was just how to 8-piece, 10-piece cut it so you can barbecue it. But we'll do another one down the road. I gotta get off here because my phone is running out of memory faster than Joe Biden. So I gotta do some editing and clear some of this memory out. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.